Welcome back to the adventures of MechaBetty. Far off from our heroes, we find a council of the British discussing the invasion and General Helen's request.
I believe me and General Helen have the same opinion. The reports we got from this Earth world have been greatly miscalculated.
I personally oversaw that report, and it was perfectly accurate. They had recently finished a global conflict, achieved atomic capabilities, and had barely progressed since then. We did as much as possible without physically landing on the planet and demanding no records.
Then how is it that they are making weapons that are quickly coming up to par with our own?
As the good general said herself, they are not nearly up to our level. They only have pale imitations of our technology, or it's just plain stolen. Albeit the large crap called the Eldridge was a touch unexpected.
What of the mech?
Probably some remote-controlled construction robot given primitive energy weapons.
Did your report cover any kind of weaponizable construction robot?
Well, not in so many words.
We all read it, and I can attest it does not. For goodness sake, according to this, they still use an extremely deadly form of lead in their motor vehicles to make them run smoother. Either they are completely idiotic of a race that stumbled upon this technology, or your report is wrong and they are much more dangerous than you lead us to believe.
In either case, we have to come to a decision. Should we risk our only ship capable of interstellar travel in order to expedite conquering this world, or be prepared for a long war? I believe we should authorize the landing of the mothership. If we take too long or the cost is too high, Conglomerate will order us to retreat.
But the mothership does not belong to the British. If we lose it, our citizenship to the Conglomerate will be revoked.
Not to mention, we are decades, if not centuries, from developing our own ships that could retrieve our soldiers.
So, are you against it?
Not in so many words.
Ugh, let's put it to a vote to the whole council. Ugh.
Agreed.
Of course, the only time you decide on anything is when it comes to deciding to let someone else make the decision for you.
Finally. This is Helen to command ship. Take out the Eldridge.
We can't. There is still too much artillery mechs down there to get within weapons range.
Then send in the saucers.
We are stretched too thin. We are already down 20 ships from their guns. I'm not sending our pilots on a suicide run. You're not.
We need to retreat. All you have is your ground forces, and when the Eldridge comes in range, they will be torn apart.
Damn it all. I'm not leaving until I take out that mech.
General!
What the hell?
Ha! Did you miss me, Helen?
Get off my mech!
Hard to dodge from point-blank range. Let's see how you like having your arm ripped off.
Betty's laser cut through the larger mech's armor and allowed her to tear off her arm. Helen, however, was not fazed.
Now that you are finally within reach, I'm not going to ever let go.
Ow! Engaging shock system.
You troublesome brat. I'm going to rip you out of that green wreck limb by limb.
Bit too late for that. Take this!
Taking to throwing mud at my face.
Aha! Not mud. C4.
See what?
General! General, are you all right?
Where is she? She will pay for blowing up my mech's head.
I don't know. She flew off. I'm sorry to say, but we have to retreat.
We have to destroy them now while we have a chance.
What chance, ma'am? We have no air support. We're outnumbered, my team's not equipped to take out that ship, and you don't have a head.
You're right, Lieutenant.
This is General Helen ordering a full retreat and a pickup for us as soon as possible.
Can you guide me, Lieutenant?
No problem, General. It's fine. We got plenty of prisoners. I'm sure one will tell us what's going on soon enough.
I suppose so. I'm still not fond of these setbacks.
See what?
I swear that girl's going to get herself killed. O'Connell, what's happening? Why are we losing altitude?
I don't know. Something's hogging almost 10% of our power. We need to cut power to at least half the railguns.
If we let up, we'll be overrun by saucers.
What if we just cut off one? Would that buy us some time?
With our current altitude minus one gun, we only have about 2 minutes with our reserve power and pushing the furnace to its limit.
Alrighty, fellas, cutting power to railgun. There. Alright, I'm gonna go trap my new gun arm on some flying saucers. This is gonna be fun.
Are you within range of the command ship?
No, based on last time, we are out of their range, but they are out of ours as well.
If they move even an inch closer, fire. Our mission is to keep our allies safe.
Sir, the command ship is sending a vessel down to the ground.
This is Gunner Alpha 02. My gun's been shut down. Why, too, sir? All the alt guns are down. We're barely getting enough power to keep the lights on.
That's the stern of the ship. O'Connell, the drain is happening in the stern of the ship. Can you fix it?
Sir, I can barely keep us flying right now, much less walk halfway across the ship mid-free fall. Whatever it is going to have to wait until we can get in the water.
Sir, the command ship sent a shuttle to pick up the ground forces. It looks like they're falling back. Should we pursue?
No, we complete our mission. Is there a lake or a river large enough for us to set down in nearby?
Yes, we passed it on the way here. Lake Amistad is approximately 2 miles northeast from our current location.
Set us down and radio our armadillo friends to meet us there. Tell them we can help with repairs and have a medical bay for their wounded.
Messaging them now, sir.
Good. And ask them if they can find Betty.
Will do, sir.
Has this ever happened to you? You are a perfect duplicate created from an astronomically improbable teleporter accident. You have no official identity because the original's hogging it all to himself. Well, at Roddenberry and Roddenberry, we will represent you to sue for joint custody of your life.
I was abducted by a race of cyborg creatures that assimilated me into their collective. I was then considered killed in action, and now I couldn't get my veterans benefits. Thanks to Roddenberry and Roddenberry, I'm doing better than...
You will be assimilated. Resistance is futile.
And now I receive treatment for my condition.
No matter how bizarre your case, no matter how many extra-dimensional jurisdictions it falls under, you can trust Roddenberry and Roddenberry to help you. Call our law firm today for an appointment.
Before we left, the aliens had pulled back their forces. The Eldritch experienced some power problems of a perplexing nature, and Betty was knocked unconscious by Lieutenant Leah, a loyal heavy mech pilot working under General Helen. Betty now found herself waking up in a familiar setting of the ship's medical bay. Dr. Blue and Kaz were by her bedside.
So, should I go ahead and reserve a bed? I'm sure O'Connell can make a nice little nameplate to put on there.
Dr. Leo, I really don't need this now.
Don't need what? To be told what you did was reckless, irresponsible, dangerous, and something you would never let anyone else do?
What?
You heard me. Betty, you keep telling me to be careful and remind me when I'm doing something stupid, but then you keep putting yourself in danger.
Betty, you're not alone on this ship. Everyone here is willing and able to do their part to fight. You don't have to try and do this alone.
I know, it's just,
Just what?
I felt so powerless when fighting Helen, and scared. I felt unstoppable in my suit, and in just a few minutes, I thought I was gonna die. All of us were gonna die because I couldn't beat her. And Barkley...
Sorry to interrupt, but were my ears burning?
Do you always eavesdrop on me?
Nah, only when I'm bored. Listen, Betty, that's just what war is like. You have to trust in your fellow soldiers to do their job like they trust you. So no more playing superhero, all right?
I wasn't. I'm sorry.
On a positive note, you only have a few bumps and bruises. No concussions, thankfully. Oddly enough, Barkley here is worse off.
Oh, yeah, you're not wearing your arm.
Yeah, that thing's a bit of a beast. Theoretically, it's supposed to absorb most of the recoil, but in practice, the damn thing nearly tore my arm off. Doc says I should just stick to old Lefty here till I heal up.
By the way, Mr. Barkley, I've been hearing some of my other patients from the battle talking about the aliens taking prisoners.
Well, I'm gonna be honest, it's not looking good. The aliens are definitely not thrilled we're putting up as much of a fight as we are. They're taking prisoners and outright abducting people from the boonies. The brass, or at least what's left of them, are building bases in areas that surrendered, and New York City's filled with hundreds of werewolves just keeping people following curfew. They've got artillery set up on every skyscraper they can, so the entire area's a no-fly zone.
What about my home?
From what we've gathered, they're primarily focusing on countries with larger military infrastructure.
But they didn't count on everyone getting stronger. They were going to beat up the toughest kids in the playground so everyone else falls in line.
But now they're fighting on multiple fronts. If what I've been reading about strategy is correct, they might be stretching themselves too thin. If we can organize better, then we can win.
That's what Admiral Fairweather's counting on. He's getting in touch with everyone he can.
I just hope my family is safe.
Is there any chance me and Betty can talk alone for a bit?
While Betty and Kaz were giving a moment to talk, elsewhere on the ship, Dr. Bloom was unveiling his latest invention to Captain Yeager.
May I present you the device that will win us the war?
What is it?
Well, it's a decoder. It translates aliens' communications and prints out a copy as it finds them. Aliens constantly shift frequencies, and the codes are tough. But when it finds one, it gives it to us right away.
That's fantastic!
I already found one when I was, testing it. Apparently there's an alien prison built just a few hundred miles from here. It's full of civilians, military, and some government officials. According to the latest transmission, they will be diverting most of their security to a new facility, leaving it vulnerable.
You mean this facility over here?
No, the one right under your finger. Yes, that one!
Excellent. This is perfect. Admiral Fairweather told me the Russians planted a spy in there, but lost communication. They're sending in some mechs they got from China there to attack, but they'll be there too late to catch them off guard. But if we can convince them to attack the new facility today, it might give us the perfect opening to cracking that prison wide open.
That's a great idea.
I'm gonna go talk to Admiral Fairweather. If this pans out, we're gonna get those people out by this time tomorrow.
Gentlemen, it's nice to see you're doing well. Your ship seems to have much better food than ours.
The cook must be trying out some of the earth ingredients again. Anything is better than the algae paste we ate on the way here.
Well, it's not that bad when you mix a bit of sea hound milk with it.
Sea hound milk. I might give that a try on the way home, though I'll be grabbing as much off this coffee as possible. I'm sure it will add enough flavor to that wretched paste.
Oh, you drink that stuff? Oh, I thought it was floor cleaner.
Trust me, it's quite delicious when you get used to it. I might just retire and open one of those cafes when I get home. Actually, I definitely plan to retire after this. I don't think I could stand leaving my children again.
You have children? I didn't realize. Well, what lucky sod managed to capture the General's heart?
No one anymore. Accident a few years ago.
Oh, I'm sorry, General. I didn't know.
It's fine. On a slightly less depressing topic, have you seen those animals some of these humans keep as pets?
Yes, I saw the pictures. They look exactly like a cross between a sea hound and a Maztak. Either their planet's ecology is weird, or they are decades ahead of us in genetic engineering.
Will Captain Yeager convince Admiral Fairweather to change the attack strategy with the Russian forces? Will Kenneth and Betty unveil the truth about Dr. Bloom? And what will Helen call her cafe on the British homeworld? Send us suggestions on our Twitter.